Alright, Mr. Donnie, first of all, welcome to Malaysia. We are really
Yes,
appreciate
yes,
for
thank
your
you so
time.
much.
And first of all, we would like to congratulations to you
Yes.
for your new movie.
Yes,
And you playing three roles as a producer, director, and also the main actor for this film. And first of all, talk about Malaysia. What is the most you miss about Malaysia? If you don't mind
because
to share with us.
people knows that you always in Malaysia. So this time, probably.
Well, Malaysia, every time I'm here, I mean, first of all, it's the Malaysians. They're so warm and supportive and just kind and loving. And I have a lot of fans here. So every time I'm here promoting my film, they show me the ultimate support. Like last night when I went to the mall, I don't know how many people showed up. It was 10,000 people, maybe. I don't know. There was just packed. The mall was big but full of fans and just came. So really appreciate that.
So, Mr. Donnie, there's a lot of movie that you're in, with lots of characters, right?
Yeah.
And each and every characters, every one of them is like so special, right? So for this film, what kind of character that you bring in?
Well, I try to play every role as special as I can because that is the ultimate goal of artist, being an artist, being a filmmaker. You wanted to make a film that the audience can remember you, not only remember you or how you played it, and also remember how the film affects your after watching it, right? In this movie, is another challenge for me because number one, I've been playing action movies and playing different roles for more than 40 years. And like you said, various of roles I've taken on. I haven't done a traditional wuxia movies like this for many, many years. And I wanted to see what I can kind of reinvent with my experience to reinvent a wuxia genre using the classic Jin Yong, because the story is originally based on a very famous Jin Yong martial art novelist. And there's a lot of Jin Yong's fans. So for me, beside satisfying the Jin Yong fans, I want to make something that even if you're not a Jin Yong fan or never watch a Jin Yong material, you can relate, you can be connected with the story. So it is not totally a remake, but I did try my best to take out some of the most fascinating and attractive elements of this character from the original novel into this story. But ultimately, I want to make a wuxia movie that appeal to everybody in the world.
And to be frank, you have a big or huge fans in Malaysia, to be frank. Either because in Malaysia we have a Malay, we have Indian, we have Chinese also. So a lot of people love your films before. Like, of course, people know you as Ip Man for sure. And for Sakra, if you don't mind to share with us, what is the Sakra actually?
Those who doesn't understand or familiar with wuxia world, those who understand it need very little to explain because wuxia is based on wuxia novel. And what wuxia novel is part of Chinese history, Chinese literature that goes back perhaps 1,000 years. Because I think in every culture, there are folks hero. There's their own superheroes kind of historical stories, and the Chinese does it. The Chinese have it as well. And for back then, we didn't have TV. We didn't have these kind of modern technologies. Well, what we do is we read. It's fascinating, motivating, inspiring materials, and the novels provide the character. Obviously, he's a hero or she's a hero that saved the world. Like in the West, there's a superhero. In the West, they have Ip Man, but Iron Man, and Superman, and Spider-Man, right? In Chinese literature, our books, our literature, have all these heroes as well. So what I want to do is make a story within 2 hours, to introduce or reintroduce to anybody who doesn't understand about wuxia and see this movie, and they can understand and appreciate. Oh, you know, this is about. I understand it's a superhero movie, but it's a lot more rich than that. In fact, it's probably even more rich than superheroes in most of the current pop successful movies like Marvels, because the fact that the culture itself, Chinese culture itself, is a lot more richer.
Exactly. And we believe that this Sakura gonna be big as your previous film. And for Sakura, I think this is your first movie you holding the three character, which is a producer,
the
director, and also the main actor. Why this film? My first question. The second question is how you differentiate if you came as an actor, how you differentiate, oh, this one is not so good, I repeat again. So what's the...
Well, number one, in this movie, I probably took on maybe 10 different roles, not just 3. On my phone, I have different groups. I have the script group, camera, props, wardrobes, action choreographies, everything. Because number one, I believe to be a true artist, especially as a filmmaker, or a musicians, you have to do it all, and you have to kind of understand it all in order for your artistic creativities to be at the highest level. Let me give you a very prime example. Do you recall watching Michael Jackson documentary when Michael Jackson was on stage? Obviously, he have a big group of people making this concert. You have a producer, directors, and background vocals, and they're all the team, right? But he's on the stage and he's dictating and pretty much conducting of every little puzzle. It's like, oh, the lighting should be here, it's shining with this, and the mic should be here, and turn up this volume. The background vocals, you should be singing this part, or the guitar should be playing that, because he understands as an artist that these are all the elements that make him 100% Michael Jackson. Same with Donnie Yen. Actually, I've been doing behind the scenes since 1995. I formed my first company and I directed 2 movies. Since then, I've been very actively involved with behind the scenes. It's just that people are so focused on what I do on screen. They sometimes forget that I'm the person who behind the camera who helps to shape how I look on screen. So in this movie, I want to take even a bigger challenge, taking on these materials. My responsibility involved was even higher. From the how to tell the story, that is the very important and the first steps, because like I said, Jinyong or wuxia materials are usually really long, right? Maybe you can tell a clear story in a TV series, but in a movie, it's very difficult. So it takes the constructive way of telling the story. How do you tell the story where people can understand at the same time, maintain some of the essential elements? So the very first steps is to shaping the story. Then every details have to fall into that world, that the tunnel vision of a Donnie Yen style of movie. So from the wardrobes, because they all work hand in hand to make the movie as a whole.
Talking about Donnie Yen, the whole world knows who's Donnie Yen. Action pack, action pack, action pack. But if you have a choice or given a task, opportunity to become one of the lead for this romantic movie or a super sad movie, which one would you choose and why?
I think every artist have their a market purpose, right? What I do best is action movies. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, this is what I do best, and I focus on that. I mean, I've done many other roles before. I played Monkey King. I did romantic comedy. I tried it all because I was fortunate. I was fortunate because some of the investors allow me to do it. I try.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, I think audience want to see action
Exactly.
movies from the audience.
If you have opportunity to learn our bahasa is
Malaysia.
bahasa we call bahasa Malaysia, which is bahasa language. Okay, which phrase or which sentence do you prefer us to teach you?
Oh,
Since you're in Malaysia.
Yeah.
how do you say my movie?
Movie saya.
Movie saya.
Movie saya.
Movie saya.
Movie saya.
Movie saya. How do you say I love watching movies?
Saya suka tengok movie.
Saya
suka
suka
tengok
tengok
movie.
movie. Okay.
So now it's actually we kind of understand when we talk about Ip Man, we know it's Wing Chun.
Yeah.
So now if we talk about Sakura,
Wuja.
Sakura.
it's Wuja.
Yes.
So there's a different. Okay, another one more. This is really since we are with the master.
Okay.
So it's actually we know a lot of Mr. Donnie Yan's work.
Move. Show to him. You take the job.
You follow me? This is Saka.
Yeah.
Is it the right one?
It is
Look.
the face, the fierce face.
The face. Yeah, you gotta take your glasses off.
Because
Oh, looks alright. Very
look at
nice.
the camera.
You tell me.
Okay, look at the camera. Like this. And your face. Okay.
Wow.
Cheng.
Maybe I can have you in my sequel if I'm gonna make a sequel.
For sure. Actually, this one is an actor in Malaysia.
Malaysian
Yeah,
actor.
I
But
know,
but
I'm
a
sure.
comedy actor.
Yes.
For sure.
So, yeah, I can learn a few moves also for the next one sequel. Okay. So if I'm not in the era,
Okay, for sure.
I'm with Mr. Donnie Yan.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Wishing you all the best.
You can bye-bye now. I already become his PA now.
And maybe
Yes.
your last word to Malaysian fans and
Yeah.
of course, Donnie and fans.
Malaysian
Okay.
fans, I'm really pleased to be here once again in Malaysia. And every time I'm in Malaysia, you show me all the love and support, and I want to come back soon. So I want to take these opportunities to first to wish everybody a very happy 2023, Happy New Year, and also the upcoming Happy Chinese New Year and the Year of the Rabbits. And I wish everybody health and happiness. But make sure you watch Sakura in the cinemas near you.